What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving back into, you guessed it, more Michigan craft beer, brand spanking new from New Holland Brewing Company, guys. It is the Peach Space Machine, not to be confused with the Tangerine Space Machine. Hard to say that. I haven't had the Tangerine Space Machine in years. I had it the first time it came out, like back in 2017, 18? 19? I don't know what year it was. It was pre 2020, guys, so I honestly just do not remember. Have not had it in many, many years, but this is the variant of Tangerine Space Machine, which is the Peach. We're going to investigate today, see what this one's about. 6.8% ABV, and this was canned on, and I love that they put a canned on date, 2/28/24, and today is March 21st, time of recording. Again, this is a huge company. I have had many beers from New Holland, but to be honest, it's just a super saturated market, so I don't really drink much New Holland beer these days. I'm just being completely honest. But again, this came into distribution this week. It's going to be baseline about $10.99 a sixer, so really good value at 6.8%. Let's dive into this, guys, see what it's all about. So I don't know, have you guys had some New Holland beers recently that wasn't, what's their famous stout? And now I'm drawing a blank. Wow, on the spot, I can't even think. That's sad of me. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. They have a famous bourbon barrel-aged stout that I'm just drawing a blank on. So Dragon Milk, yeah, that's it. So, is it hazy? Yes, it is. It checks the box. It looks a little bit darker on camera. Dark orange. Yeah, it's super dark orange, actually, on camera. Does it follow suit in the light? I think so. I think so. It's pretty orangey and copper looking. Yeah, it looks quite hazy. There's no debate about this one, guys. I'm not going to go on and on about appearance. It does have a very nice fluffy head sitting on the top. Head retention hanging on very well. And let's get an aroma on this peach bomb. We'll see if it is. Wow. It's very peachy. Like, in a very nice way possible, too. It's not super artificial. Like, that's what I'm worried about when I see beers like this, especially how large New Holland is. Is this going to be super artificial, like New Belgium artificial? I hope not. But sometimes those extracts get crazy and the flavors just really don't jive well together. So is this good off first impression in the nose? I think so. It's super overripe peaches, like juicy, juicy peaches. So obviously the most pronounced thing is this overripe, juicy peach, like peaches in a can with the syrup, super juicy, super overripe, kind of sugary. It's got that vibe to it. Yeah, there's a little bit of citrus, but I would say it's peaches for days, man. Just cans and cans and cans of peaches. So let's dive in. Let's see what this is. Peach Space Machine, hazy IPA, guys. Cheers, Prost. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa! Boy, did that juicy, sugary peach go away very quickly with that bitterness on the back end. It goes into juice bomb, and then you're just like, bam! Blindsided by bitterness on the back end. And through the middle, like, whoa! It feels like it's going to be a sugar bomb, which, you know, maybe won't be good anyways, but, like, the balance that it tries to have with the bitterness off my first sip is... I don't know if I like it. I'm going to get a few more sips. Sometimes it takes a lot to adjust to these beers. That's why I was nervous going into this. Not sure how the peach is colliding with the malts and how it's colliding with the bitterness. It's just a lot going on. Man, I really just don't like that back end. Like, it feels almost like a New Belgium beer. Like, I know that I've had people tell me it's not artificial. It's not artificial. But you know what I'm saying, guys? When they do these beers on the large scale of manufacturing, like, it just feels like it misses some of the quality, to be quite honest. It just feels like there's a lot of, like, artificial flavor in here, a lot of, like, extract, and then just hops and malt just colliding with each other, like, just not jiving well, you know? And I felt like on the nose, it would be better than what I'm getting on the taste. Like, it feels astringent. It feels, the body's good, but it just feels harsh on the back end. The bitterness, a little bit of like soft booziness smacks you a little bit. Like, it just feels like the beer is more alcoholic than it should be on the back end. Like, the front's good. The peaches are good. It's really authentic for a moment. And then I just don't like the way it collides with the grassy bitterness on the back end. Like, it just feels like it goes too far teeter-totter and then it swings you back this way. Like, I want there to be more balance here going on. It's not my favorite, guys. I'm just being completely honest. It's certainly not as bad as the New Belgium, whatever it was, something Force, that had just a lot of terrible flavors colliding. This reminds me of the New Belgium series, unfortunately, the Voodoo Ranger, the Forces, the Tropic Force, whatever they are. It reminds me a lot of that. Yeah, this is only 6.8%, so for me, drinkability is not really hitting home for me. It's just, again, it tries to balance out with dryness and bitterness, and it does, but then it goes too far that way to balance the sweetness. It's just kind of a harsh beer for 6.8%, honestly. Like, it's not terrible. I feel like some people will like this. It's very peachy, and it doesn't bomb your palate as much the more you drink it, so I will say this is better than the Voodoo Ranger. But again, I wish it tasted a little bit less extracty, artificially, and then I wish the back end was just a little bit more pleasant than it is. And I just feel like there's a lot of collisions between malt and hops and bitterness and sweetness. It just feels kind of forced. Is it bad? No, but it's not my favorite. And again, it gets better as you drink it, but it's just not my favorite, guys. I'm going to go with a 3.5 out of 5, and I think I'm slightly being generous, like 3.5 out of 5. I don't know. That's where I am today, guys. No insults at New Holland. They make great beer. Otherwise, I've seen some other great offerings, but this ain't my cup of tea. So that's where I am with the Peach Space Machine. Thanks for being here, guys. Till next time, pros, yamas, cheers, whatever you want to say. It's another beer review.